And round 3, playing against the usual suspect. Win the die roll on the play. One lander and shipping that. What? Oh my gosh. It's so funny to me thinking about how many hands I keep and don't keep. I kept this hand because I figured if I just draw one land, I draw a Tormenting Voice, then I'll draw all the rest of my lands. And if I brick for, again, a couple turns, maybe a turn or two, I'm okay. Because I can catch up with Arc Lightning and sweep away. So here's to drawing lands. Got there. So, one thing you gotta learn about me is that I'm really mulligan averse. But I think this hand was set up to be okay. Because now that I got there, again, I didn't fetch with Evolving Wilds. That was the play of the game. Don't fetch. Okay, so anticipate, blue-red. Okay, Evolving Wilds. We're gonna get our land on. Hit land? Yeah. So now we can Tormenting Voice, but we'd have to lose a spell, or we could just leave Spell Shovel open. But I think I want to keep hitting land drops, and I can Spell Shovel the next turn after anyway. So, yeah, I take the opportunity to just get the first voice in. And Sarkhan's Rage is not our best spell anyway, it costs a lot. Sky Spawner. Everybody likes to play Sky Spawner today, so glad I have these Twin Bolts at the ready. I think here I probably play Arc Lightning in my tap land. Yeah, 2/2 or 1/1/1, just because it's the most mana efficient play. Save my Twin Bolt for later. Ooh. So he's not playing blue-red, he's playing blue-red-white. Blue-red-white, okay. Fade our 5th land. Now we still have Counterspell open for this 4-drop. Student of Ojai, yeah, this is probably one of the best cards against us, so glad we have the Spell Shovel ready for it. We could always Touch of the Void plus Twin Bolt it next turn, but we don't want to give him any opportunity to gain a single life point with it, if possible. So yeah, so here's the bread and butter part of our deck, where we have 5 mana, waiting to draw lands so we can sack them or discard them to Tormenting Voice, and other than that, we're just going to do all sorts of crazy stuff. So Tormenting Voice, ship a land, and full of gas in hand. Treasure Cruise finally hit, so we can unlock, play Cruise. Can't believe I don't hit a land, or I did. I hit Swiftwater Cliffs. That's a different situation. So what's he got for us? His own Treasure Cruise. I'm fine with that because he's not putting any pressure on us on the board. So end of turn, because we have another cruise in hand and so many cards in hand, I figure I'll just Twin Bolt him. There's probably not that many creatures it kills too. Plus, even if he has more Sky Spawners, we have more Chandra's Furies for those. So let's see if he plays any more Sky Spawners. He plays Ojai Summons. That card can be kind of annoying, just because it makes 2 guys. But I think end of turn here we just fire off a Fury. Yep. It'd be nice if we had a Fury plus 1 land. But here I think we want to cruise this turn, so we're just going to try to empty our hand a little bit. So I actually sweep away. My opponent comments that he likes my version. I think that means version of blue-red control. Different than the prowess. But yeah, I sweep away his guy just because I want the mana efficiency of Fiery Impulse later. And since I knew I was tapping out for Treasure Cruise that turn anyway, it was fine. We're not being attacked again. He makes a 2/2, which is fine. He can land something crazy. Treasure Cruise, maybe? Boiling Earth. 4, 5, 6, 7. So he played 7 mana for a tapped 4/4. 7 mana 4/4 is basically what he played. Which, we can kill and Stone Rain him. And we drew Arc Lightning, so pretty sure the play is pretty simple here. We need to deal 6 damage to the 2 creatures. Let's see, we have 123 for... We have 7, 8 mana. So let's see what I figure out how to do here. I probably go Touch of the Void into Arc Lightning if I had to do it again. Nope. I go Chandra's Fury into Arc Lightning. Okay, that was just worse. I guess it saves the touches. Nah, that's fine. Because again, I have 3, 6, 9, 13 in hand. So I guess when I'm playing the game and not watching the replay, I'm more in tune with how much damage I need to deal to his face just to kill him. And I think I've turned the corner at that point where I can just start doming him in the face. And I wanted to get rid of his 4/4 because that's a big clock. And it Stone Rains him a land, which could be pretty good in terms of setting him back on things. So yeah, he's on the burn me out plan too. He realizes Arc Lightning has no targets, and now we just have infinite burn spells. We need to just get him out of our hand as soon as possible. So my plan here is to Chandra's Fury and then get value out of this Arc Lightning by just killing his guy, just to eliminate his clock even further. It really doesn't take that much effort just to put an extra damage on it. Yeah, these Ojachai summons are just way too slow compared to our burn spells, so he's dead. Okay. Game 2. It's game 2 against Blue-White Red. We definitely bring in Disdainful Stroke. He's got Student of Ojachai, Ojachai Summons, Treasure Cruise. We definitely bring in Dispel Negate, because he probably has his own Dispel Negates. Claustrophobia, probably not good. Ruin Processor and Valakut Invoker, both probably worth playing just because, you know, he probably took some of the removal spells out. So this hand's pretty great. So we definitely keep. Play Evolving Wild, search for Island, turn 1. He's got perfect mana, turn 2. We drew another Cruise, which I'm fine with. We played an untapped land, discarded our Evolving Wilds, basically just because we have perfect mana already. I would like to use the Evolving Wilds to fuel our cruises better, but that let us actually play turn 2 Tormenting Voice when he didn't have negate mana open, so I'm fine with doing that just to get ahead. So again, here we have 4-drop. Student of Ojachai, this is where Disdainful Stroke shines, more so than negate, see? So you'd rather have 4 strokes and only 2 negates because of situations like that. Now we have 5 in the graveyard, we can just slay him a Treasure Cruise. I almost don't care if he lands another 4 or 5 drop because we're just that much closer to being able to deal with anything. We do have to discard a land, but that's fine. And we kind of got rewarded because he didn't play a 5th land or another 4-drop, so we just get to do our thing where we hold up instants. He plays nothing, we Chandra's Fury. He counters it, I'm fine with that because we got plenty more where that came from with Treasure Cruise, so getting rid of a negate is actually really huge, especially when he's at 23 life. To me, that signals he must have Treasure Cruise in hand or more negates in hand. So I'm fine playing my land out here because of Ruin Processor. Again, game 1, the mana is 5. Game 2, the mana is 7. And then you want to discard for Tormenting Voice. So he goes for the Tormenting Voice play. I know he's stuck on lands. And I figure I'll negate this, and he'll probably negate back. And then it's clearing up the way for my Treasure Cruise. But He doesn't have the second negate, so he's just really stuck. And if we hit land, ooh, we don't. But we can cruise for 4, and then 4, and then have Disdainful Stroke still open, which I'm fine with. And we know he doesn't have negate. He would have negated back. So here we are again, just, you know, up 9 cards on our opponent, up 2 lands in play, up 2 cards in hand. And he's attempting a 4-drop? Another Student of Ojai, you say? Well, that's dead. So he is never gaining life ever. So here, just slam the Rune Processor. We don't need to gain 5 life. We just need to get him dead. What's he going to play on 5 mana? Whirlwind Adept. Alright, now that's a tough card. Because now that it's in play, he might be able to do some nasty things with it. So, figure the first attack's pretty free. We can start the race. I can deal with most other things he's doing. I have Valak Invoker, I have Bone to Ash, I have Stroke. So I have a lot of things going for me. He has Arc Lightning to kill my blocker. I unfortunately don't have Negate, which is the only card that would have saved me here. So that pumps this guy, lets him attack for a little bit more. Maybe a little premature on the Evoker. Should have maybe waited till I have like 11 mana before I can play it and then kill something or whatever. And then he has Clutch Occurrence on my Rune Processor. That's annoying. Good thing he doesn't have 2 mana open though, otherwise he could potentially Disdainful Stroke it. And so we'd be in a really bad spot then. So I'm kind of priced into just replaying this Rune Processor, since I have no way of interacting with this creature in play now. He apparently has ways to interact with mine, so I gotta play another Rune Processor and hope it sticks, otherwise I'm in a bad spot. So it's good that I attacked at least, because he was going to bounce my guy anyway. Ojai summons, okay, that's totally fine, because I can block the 5/3 this turn, and I've got plenty of answers to these flyers, so I'll just Fiery Impulse, hoping to draw a cruise. Tormenting Voice, getting rid of Bone to Ash, since I have more anyway, and I draw into the cruise. Okay. Time to draw more cards. This should go away. And we hit some lands, which we can play. And yeah, figure I can beat down. Figure he's on a 2-turn clock, and I'm probably not on a 2-turn clock, since if he can't. Yeah, I have so many answers to everything that he can do. I'm pretty sure he's not running like Tamir Battle Rage. It just would not be a card he would be playing. But that would be a punishing card for me. So again, I don't have the negate. So he's going to pump his guy some more, draw some more cards, gain a little life. Treasure Cruise. Okay, I can Disdainful Stroke that. He could negate, but he doesn't have it. Another 2 mana play. Anticipate. I'm fine with that. So he's just trying to deal as much damage as he can. So he's dealing me 8 this turn. Second he attacks, I Fiery Impulse his 2/2, and he's dead on board, because he's going to take 7, and then Pyrotechnics will put him to lethal. So again, kind of a close game, but just really hard for him to keep pace with Rune Processor. I didn't even have to gain life this game. Now, he Treasure Cruise, so now he has 7 cards in his exile zone, but just getting the Rune Processor beats going. Pretty solid game plan. Oh yeah. Alright, so perfect 3-0 record to top the standings. Top 4 incoming.